everybody. It's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. As you can see, I have convinced the one, the only Charles Warren to join me tonight. We have some good strategy talk to get through tonight. So he said he'll do it. We're going to have a good time. Y'all already know he about to be on Survivor 45, so we're not going to roast too much tonight. We got to be nice to CBS. But he wasn't being nice to me, y'all. He just dragged me off camera and told me I look like a teacher. So I guess we going to class on Stella. We going to be a drunk teacher tonight. Because you know how we start every week. What are you drinking? Anything special tonight, Charles?
No, I'm being very responsible and, trying to prepare for my fresh haircut and nice glowy skin tomorrow. I am drinking water, so I will look great this weekend. Whoa, drag race. What
that
about
was a
you?
car. It sounded like an airplane.
There was a motorcycle.
Quite loud. Well, I'm back. I'm tired of drinking water. I have my friendly blueberry Stella Rosa tonight. So I can't wait to crack this open. Get me a little sip. I haven't had Stella Rose in a while. I could be lying. I could have had some last week and just don't remember. I can't even get it open. Now I'm upset. Okay, there you go.
When your BFF was there last week, you weren't drinking nothing?
Last week, that's what it was. Last week I had wine, but I couldn't make it to the liquor store in time for the city I live in. So I had some off-brand wine and it wasn't Stella Rosa. So
it wasn't Stella.
Let's check the chat. What is everybody drinking in the chat? Hey Zuda. Hey Andrew. Christopher. Oh Charles. They love the beard.
They better fall out of love with it because it's gonna be gone tomorrow. See, I told Angie before we got on camera. I said, Angie, be glad that I love me some you because I do not get on camera looking like I just finished Big Brother for 2 months. But yeah,
like you've been on Survivor for 2 months.
Survivor, yeah. So when I'm done with Survivor, this is how I'm gonna look.
Hey Stormy. Andrew, some champagne with apple juice. That sounds kind of good. I know Zuda, he's my son's age, so he has the Snapple. He's doing right.
It's all right. When I was in college, because Cheeks is in college, so when I was in college, I was throwing them back in high school. So don't be like me.
Don't be like us. Hi, Dr. Ivy. Stormy Rose all day. It's Friday, and let me tell y'all, Twitter Spaces had me in a chokehold last night. I didn't go to bed till 1:15 a.m. and I had to get up at 6 a.m. to go to the office because I left my computer at work and not at home. So I was over it today.
Don't be messing up on them people's numbers over there, Angie. You work with numbers, and you ain't had no little hangover or nothing.
I wasn't drinking. I just was up all night running my mouth on Twitter. I love me some Twitter Spaces. But no, I wasn't drinking. I just didn't get any sleep. So this wine right here is everything for me because I'm gonna get a little tipsy and I'm gonna sleep good tonight.
We got some good stuff to talk about.
Yes. Hey Stacy.
Both shows, I think, especially we saw that mid-season trailer, baby. It's about to get real good.
We're going to get into the mid-season trailer. Hey, Stacy, happy you can make a live. Come on back, because I have a feeling after this week, USA about to be real good. That trailer was really good. Hey, Doodah, he got a whiskey top cocktail. Dr. Ivy was on Twitter last night because Tiffany came.
What did you call Dabu?
Dabu.
You said Doodah or something.
I'm sorry. I was thinking about the shine. You know that's.
I was like, what is she reading?
Let's wind down. Let's at least get to the start of the show. I was thinking about the shot. I'm sorry, Dabu. I'm sorry. But Stacy came into. See, I'm looking at Stacy right here. Tiffany came into the space last night at midnight, and I was like, "Oh, gotta stay. Gotta talk to Tiffany." knowing I should have took my ass to bed. But let's get into it. We're gonna talk about the
Everything.
challenge first because I feel
Okay.
like Survivor is going to be a lot more juicy and a lot more content.
You said Survivor.
Charles, take over the show. Take over, Charles.
You, I say Survivor.
At least I explained y'all. Y'all know I ain't had no sleep. And I'm probably going to be up all night on Twitter tonight again. But at least I don't have to work tomorrow. But anyway, the challenge. We're going to get into the challenge. Last night's episode was not all that to me. Um, They did little bumper cars with balloons on the back. That was not entertaining. Half the people spun out into the wall or over a barrel. So they didn't even pop the balloons. They just stalled out. And at least Leo and Alyssa lost. So I was happy that Alyssa lost.
Mm-hmm.
And who won? So I don't forgot already. Dominic and Kyra or
Justine. Was it Justine?
no,
No.
it wasn't Justine.
Justine.
Amazing Race Girl won with Dominic.
Oh, I don't remember her name. I don't remember her name. I don't remember her name.
Were you happy with the winners? They finally have their money to run TJ's final. Um, Pretty much the only option.
Kayla.
Kayla. The chat be having my back. They know. They understand.
I can't
Kayla
even see.
won. I'm happy Kayla won because I like Amazing Race. I like Survivor. Survivor, Dominic has his money. The options for elimination, Dominic said Angela and Kylan put me in, so revenge. And that's period. So it's either going to be Angela, and I don't forgot Angela's partner, Kylan and Kyra. And they might do a favor to Sarah Lucina and let Sarah go steal some money because Alyssa has some money. And so Sarah was like, shit, I'll go in with Tyson. I know he gonna fight to stay and let me get my money.
This, to be honest, I feel that if Sarah and Tyson would have gone in, they might have lost. Because I've seen them both compete on Survivor multiple times. And
They are loud out there. Are they drag racing?
girl, I am in a nice neighborhood. I don't know where this hoodlum behavior
And you're
is
in an
coming
apartment complex, not to put your business in the streets, but you can't even do all that in the parking lot.
I don't know what is going on with these people outside. That just blew my mind. What was I saying? Oh, I think they would have lost because when it came to the trivia, they would have not agreed on it, that they would have been fighting over what's the right answer to the trivia, and then Tyson would have had to lift up Sarah. Sarah is small, but she is very solid.
Yeah, she's solid,
She is a
muscular.
muscular CrossFit athlete. And Tyson he might be 145 soaking wet. And he's like 6 foot something.
But did the girls have to be on the backs? Maybe Tyson could have got on Angela's back.
On Sarah's back.
Or y'all forgive me with the names. I'm gonna fuck them up all night, but y'all know who I'm talking about.
To be honest, that would have made more sense, but then that would have looked comical. He would have looked comical trying to stand up on her little body.
Who cares? As long as they win. I don't know. I would have liked to see Sarah get her money. Based on this mid-season trailer, it's obvious that Sarah's going to be getting her money at some point on the second half of the game, so I'm not worried too much about it. But so it's Kylan and Kyra versus Alyssa and Leo. What did you think about the challenge overall? The questions, the having to lift people up and put the ball on top. Did you think one team had an easier set of questions than the other?
To be honest, I felt that the questions were pretty even, but I think Kylan and Kayla's questions were actually easier. Every question that they had, I could answer.
Off the rip, you knew how many stomachs a cow has.
That the answer was 4, and Kylan got it right the first time.
But I'm saying you knew it before Kylan said
I
it.
knew it. I knew it was 4 as well. That's why I knew he was right the first time he said it.
Okay. And you knew how many husbands Madonna had.
No, see, I didn't know. I didn't know that answer. But I would not have started with 6, 7. That's not a smart. I would have started at 2, 3, 4. We would have started low.
I would have started low and worked my way up. But I
Right.
would
But
have been
all
stuck
the
on
other
both of those.
questions that they had were super easy. Mind you, I'm a music head, so I knew the Adele was 4 albums. That was like
I did not know Adele. I
that
knew
was
it
clear
was
to me.
3 or 4. I probably could have guessed Adele easier than
But they
I would
had
have
another
got
question.
Adele over cow stomachs.
Mm,
I would have been stuck on those
I
two. Like
guess it depends on your education system because that's something
we
they
didn't learn that.
talked about
They failed me.
in like middle
They never
school.
taught us about cow stomachs in school
It's just
ever.
like a random fact.
Mm-mm. We that was not on our curriculum. Okay, so Kylan went home, the last of the cookout. How did you feel about that? Were you
I
sad?
I was very disappointed because you knew when I said the only black man left that I could even root for was Kylan. I was so
Danny,
I was so disappointed to see Kylan go home because I'm like, dang, go ahead and cut Tyson and Ben the check. Go ahead and give them the check.
it looks like Danny at some point is going to get his money because we saw him on the other side of the couches of the winner circle. So at some point, Danny's going to win something and get his money for the final.
That would be nice.
I haven't lost faith in Danny. I love Danny and I absolutely love what Kiki says. I love it every week. You hate it, but I
I
love it.
hate that his only storyline is his wife Kiki. They might as well have cast her instead of him because maybe we would have had some competition and less talking about what we did at home or Kiki can't drive or Kiki told me this. Like, put Kiki on the show.
Put Kiki on the show next season because I like her. But my opinion about Colin going home, I have mixed emotions. Like I thought he really trained and worked hard to be on this season of the challenge. I thought he was going to make it to the final, and I thought he was going to give Tyson a good run for his money in the final. So I was sad to see him go for that, but I didn't like how he threw Xavier under the bus, so I kind of didn't care. So I had mixed emotions.
Right.
I
So
was on both.
he did get his karma for that because he didn't
Mhm.
have to throw X in. That was trash. But he
Mhm.
did win that first elimination, carrying Ozza, throwing her through the bars and
That's
pulling
what she
on the
lost
ropes.
that lash, that iconic meme of a lash flying away.
And then he won 2 main challenges. I had high hopes for Kylan.
Well, he'll definitely be back if they do this again, which I hope they do. So I think he's definitely one that will be back. Let's get into the trifling award of the episode. What you think about Leo's girlfriend not knowing how to call the 1-800 number to fix this credit card machine, and he lost $43,000 in a weekend?
I was so confused about that. Like, why? First of all, how did $43,000 just a business lose that amount of money over a week of him being gone?
A
That
weekend.
that is like astronomical. And the fact that what can he really do is what I'm wondering. When he if he does go home, how what he gonna pull the 43 out his pocket or is he got some
I think the 43,000 in the girlfriend purse. Cause it ain't no way you lose $43,000 just cause your credit card machine broke, but you still swiping it on phones. To me, she either got lazy and was just giving drinks away because she didn't want to be bothered with swiping it on the phone.
43,000 worth? That is an astronomical number. Like,
I don't know. You know, people pay for their liquor, so you can make that in a weekend at a bar.
well, I need a bar because I need
A liquor
43,000.
license, yes, you do. You've been to the clubs and to the bars
Yeah, but I grew up with not so much money and some cheap friends. We pregame before I used to go out. I might, if anything, I would get maybe 1, 2 drinks out. But I was already drunk off shots and everything else before going out.
We pregame too, and I done got hip to putting the stuff in my purse and in my bra. So
And now they even make, I don't got no hair, but they even make like hair ties with pockets that you can put like. I'm like, dang, girl ain't got no reason to buy no liquor no more.
no, but like we went to the movies when Nope came out. Nope. Did
Hmm.
you see Nope yet?
I saw it twice in theaters.
Okay. So we went to a little bar and grill movie theater and we was like, oh, let's get a nice drink. That'll be something fun to do. And my husband liked his share of alcohol, so he wanted a double shot. It was gonna be $24 for a double shot. We was like, we could go to the liquor store and get a whole bottle
Right.
for $24. So you can make that 43K. They upcharge. Now, a lot of people in the comments were talking about the missed opportunity of throwing in Tyson and Sarah. Do you think that was a missed opportunity to at least take a shot?
Who was the winner?
The
Enzo?
winner was Leo and Alyssa.
No, of the main challenge. Enzo and Kayla.
No, Dominic and Kayla from Amazing Race.
Dominic from
Hmm.
Survivor. Yeah, I agree with you guys. I think Dominic should have. I'm really shocked why he didn't do that though, because it would have came off even if they did win, it would have came off as well. Sarah asked, I did her a favor.
Right.
That could be your excuse, and you come from a very strategic game. Survivor is very strategic, so I'm shocked that he didn't take that shot when he could. But mind you, Kylan is a great all around player too, so
Yeah. Colin is a good one to get out as well.
he got one of the top guys out regardless.
True. I'm not mad at it. That's pretty much the episode for me. Anything from that mid-season trailer that stood out to you?
Yeah, so in the midseason trailer, we saw David throwing up. So does that automatically let us know that he ain't gonna be in the final? He gonna quit somewhere, or he gonna lose in elimination? Um,
Throw Up gives me the final because I don't recall them doing the eating challenge outside of the final unless they do an eating challenge outside of the final. But I never, David gives me someone who has their money to run for TJ, but we're going to keep him around to the end because if I need to go into elimination in the end game, I'd rather go against David later than getting rid of him now. That's what David gives me.
and I don't know about the spoilers, so in the comments, don't tell me. But I've been hearing, like, we were speculating that it's going to be a Sarah versus Angela elimination. But in that mid-season trailer, we both see them in the shed with Tyson. And I'm thinking
It's
that
like a
all the
final.
people that were in that wooden shed in that mid-season trailer, that is at the finals. That's not on their main campus.
Well, we never saw the elimination. We just saw Sarah tell Angela, bitch, ain't nobody scared of you.
So maybe they actually don't have to go against each other in elimination, and they just have to compete in the final. Because I feel like that right there spoiled us to know that those three are going to be in the final.
Hmm. It looks like Alyssa's going to be in the final too, but it could be tricky editing. I hope it's tricky editing, but we shall see. Because it seems like a lot of people don't trust Angela and Alyssa as well. A Nope review. I don't think we have time to deep dive into Nope, but
Oh, that's
did you
not
like
this.
it?
Not this
You
video.
definitely had to like it if you saw it twice.
Not this video. Yeah, I thought Nope was. I thought Nope was really good. The cinematography, the sound, the editing, and I think Kiki Palmer always. She's a pop of joy. So I thought it was really good.
For Kiki Palmer's acting alone, it's worth going to see. She did an amazing job with this movie. I'm gonna say my opinion. I'm gonna tell everybody to watch it for yourself. I would say it's just very creative. That's how
Yeah,
it works.
he makes movies that you need to watch more than once.
You do. I'll
So
wait till it come on Netflix. I ain't about to spend $11 again.
right.
Okay. Well, that's all I have for the challenge. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of this live. What I know everybody got 2 cents on, and
Big.
that's Big Brother.
And spoiler alert, we're gonna talk about what's really going
Yes, spoiler alert. If you watched the whole 2 hour episode like me and was pissed off because you didn't get to see the pick of the teams, none of that. I'm gonna spoil it at the end because I know the teams and I know one set of nominations. I don't know exactly for sure who Terrence is nominating, but I know Michael's nominations. But we're going to go through a lot of speculations, a lot of strategy talk because it's a lot to go through. But the first thing I want to read down CBS for, and Charles, go ahead and click your face off real quick.
on.
CBS, don't you ever put on a 2 hour episode with an hour and 15 minutes worth of commercials. Last night could have been 43 minutes, period. Don't you ever put on that much show, man. We ain't got to see the kindergarten. Will you be my girlfriend, boyfriend? Check yes or no. That was a waste of time. Jasmine's birthday was a waste of time. Julie ain't never sat up on this TV screen and asked people who you miss at home, why, what, how. This was a filler episode. Y'all could have kept that 1 hour slot and got on to it. Y'all could have did the veto ceremony Thursday, quiet as it's kept. So CBS, don't waste my time this Thursday with these 2 hours. It better be juicy. I want to see everything, the eviction, the HOH. Julie, you ain't even read Indy down enough for me. But we already know what you on this season, Julie. Okay, Charles came back, so I'll let the rest of it go.
So I have the noms. They have been nominated.
Oh, you have Terrence's?
I have both the
Okay,
official.
let's put the graphics up first.
I
Who
just
you want to
texted.
do first?
I text you the picture with the noms on it.
Let's do the inside of the house first because I actually know the nominations. You know, Michael won HOH,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a light bright competition where I guess you had to find the VIP.
Not you covering
Before,
up Britney face.
well, like whoever created this on Twitter did it. You know, I just hit copy and paste.
Okay.
But do you think you could have won this HOH?
Um, we like to play stuff like this along at home. So when it's
Mm-hmm.
going on, we for the first several, I was on it, like because I'm really good at word search. So things just when I know what I'm looking for, it pops off the screen. But that very last one, Michael saw it before I did. So I already know that Michael would have beat me when it comes to that very last one. But I feel like I would have still been the second
You would have
H.
been outside. You would have been the outside HOH.
Yeah.
Well, let me show you what I would have been doing.
Trying to look through the glasses, like, what? Which one is
I
it?
was at home on my big ass 70-inch TV and I still could. I was like, what are they looking for? Like, huh? VIP. I can't see nothing. I would have lost. I would have been Brittany out
You
the
got your
first.
phone.
Hmm?
You got your phone.
Yeah.
Check your text. I just sent you a graphic.
Okay, it's on Do Not Disturb. Okay, you sent it to me.
Go to the threads. You'll see it.
Oh. Mm.
Yes.
I didn't think Terrence was gonna do this. Let's go ahead and get into it because I didn't got upset. I
There we
didn't
go.
got upset.
I just
I
sent
was
her
getting.
nominations.
Let's do inside the house first.
Mm-hmm.
Michael went first. The little bit of tea I do know is that he picked Jasmine first because he went with the strategy of choosing his target first. And
Mm-hmm.
then I don't know the rest of the order, but he chose Jasmine, Brittany, Monty, and Taylor. Outside in the backyard is Terrence, and he chose Turner first, and then some order of Joseph, Kyle, and Alyssa. Let's get the easy one out the way first, Charles. Michael has put Jasmine and Monty on the block.
Mm-hmm.
Jasmine is the target.
Monty volunteered.
Monty volunteered as a pawn, not realizing that Michael will send your ass home.
Yeah, and so will Brittany. Brittany might be just bubbly and forgettable, but Brittany is playing the game. Brittany is very well aware of what show she's on, and Brittany is willing to make the right move for her game. But I kind of knew, like when we were texting about it, I kind of knew that Monty was gonna be comfortable enough to be like, even if he wins the veto, I think he'll still stay on the block.
I don't think Monty, especially being that it's a split house and he doesn't know Terrence's nomination. So let's just go ahead and put it on the screen so we can have the conversation in full. Terrence has put Turner and Joseph on the block. Joseph is the target. Kyle has completely exposed the leftovers to Terrence and Alyssa. They now know everything. And by everything, they know Kyle's version of everything. So Terrence is now the token black in the all white alliance because someone told Kyle, it wouldn't look right for it to be all white. So I guess he said,
Mm-hmm.
well, we could pick up Terrence. I'm so disappointed
Yeah, I
in
think it
Terrence.
was Brit. Didn't Brittany say we should at least have one so we don't look racist?
I don't know who said it, but Terrence, you're 47 years old. You claim to be a fan of Big Brother. Let me show you this right here. I picked this up from Twitter. This is what you do to showmances. You sit they asses on the block next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, girl, having sex 10 seconds on the block next to each other. Now, I don't understand why Turner isn't throwing Kyle and Alyssa under the bus. Do you think Turner is okay with Joseph going home this week?
I don't think so. I think Turner and Joseph are are on the outs of their group for sure, but I think one of them will win. Oh, that's gonna be tough because four of them could really win that veto. Turner, Joseph, Mike. Is Michael that? No, never mind. I lied. Three of them.
Michael in the other house.
Kyle and them two are really going to be fighting for that veto. And
But it doesn't matter if Turner and Joseph can't get to Terrence. So if it is a split vote and convince Terrence to vote out one of the showmans, it doesn't matter who wins veto because they're going to vote Joseph or Turner out of the house.
yep, and Terrence is going to break the tie.
It's a sad day for the outsiders. I don't
It's
know
a
that
sad day for my team because they both on my team.
if it ain't Taylor, I don't forgot who on my fantasy team. I forget every time. I only know Taylor. I think I have Michael,
You got
but
my.
Michael ass is going home next week. If Michael doesn't go home next week, the house is a fool.
Yeah, you got Monty and Terrence.
Now, they say Terrence is trash. Did you think Terrence could win this competition?
To be honest, with how long him and Brittany was standing up there, I thought they were both gonna get eliminated. Cause Julie said if you don't answer the question, you both will be eliminated. They stood up there for a good 3 minutes just looking at the screen. I was just waiting on the buzzer. I was like, okay,
Do you think
hello.
anybody threw the competition this week?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think
A
everybody
couple of
tried.
people on different, YouTube channels were speculating that Turner and maybe Brittany threw the competition.
I don't think so. I don't.
I don't see why you would throw it knowing it's going to be 5 versus 5.
I saw Turner trying to whisper to Monty. Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but you would be a fool to throw it at 5.
I really need to see the episode Sunday night. I have to know what game Kyle is spitting to Terrence to make a showman's that is sexually active in the house a smaller threat than Joseph and Turner. Where Kyle was also a part of the leftovers. So him exposing the leftovers is also exposing himself. And if you let him tell it, he created the leftovers.
Kyle, yeah. And it felt very strange watching the episode, and he was like, um, they're leaving this up to me. Are you sure? Like, it felt like they were like begging, like almost like begging him to approve of what the group was going to decide to do. Like, everything kept always coming back to Kyle, Kyle, Kyle. That was like very strange to me.
It was because he was the veto holder. Taylor wanted Alyssa out because Alyssa stole her trip to London. But Kyle wasn't going to put Alyssa at risk of going up because they're sleeping together now.
Was that his virginity? I could have swore he was a virgin.
That's word on the Twitter curb. Now, I don't know. This man, 30 years old, I don't know what he's done in his past. But to me, 10 seconds give me virgin. And it's embarrassing. He has made national news for being the 10-second man. Not even the 1 minute man, but the 10-second man.
She in her when she voted to evict whoever went home, she was like, I told you, she was like, oh, mom, and she was like, grandma or whatever. I hope y'all are proud of
Hope
me.
y'all proud. Yeah, we're proud of this. You made TMZ for this. And just in case you were wondering, they mentioned the 10 seconds. It's right there.
A grand total of 10
grand
seconds.
total of 10 seconds. And she said it was a really nice moment. She probably didn't even feel it. You can't feel nothing in 10 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. But that's what you're nationally made news for.
Mm.
But
I think this week is going to be really freaking juicy. These groups, I didn't really think of these sets of groups, but now that we have them, they're very like very. Even if production would have picked these groups, I would have still been like, oh, those were good picks. Those were good picks. Because you got not Monty, you got Kyle and his showmans in the same group. That's good for TV. We got Taylor and Monty in a group together. I don't know why everybody wants to ship them together. We just talked about that. Everybody wants to ship them together.
Like, okay.
And then we got Michael and Brittany in the same group. So it's like all the duos that people want to put together are all in the same group. So it's like, it makes it interesting.
Let's talk about this pick. Now, since we're strategizing and going over scenarios, we know that Michael picked Jasmine first because that was his target. But then Terrence said, oh, I want to pick Turner. So is Turner the target? But as they are doing the schoolyard pick and Michael notices that Terrence picks up Kyle, why didn't he pick up Alyssa? So he could have had Jasmine and Alyssa on the block.
Well, do I really want? Do I want to go there? Do I want to go there?
Like, do you think Michael is in cahoots? Like, he really wants Monty out, and he's masking it as I picked up Jasmine. Like, do you think this is pre-planned?
I don't think so. I don't think Terrence and Michael have been able to talk that much. We'll see on the episode because You really don't see that stuff on, even on, I know people be on Twitter and the feeds or whatever, but you're not going to see that until we see it on TV and they talk about it in confessionals. Like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
did this, blah, 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 whatever. But to me, I feel like Michael was fixated on getting one of the two black people out. To me, his real targets are Monty and second Taylor. That he really, to me, he wants one of those two gone.
Well, let's talk about it since you brought it up. I feel like Michael is definitely okay with the black people go home. Do I have my shady tweet? I'm gonna come back to what you said in a minute, Zudam.
Not only okay, he wants to do it himself.
This me right here. This is what I tweeted. I said for Michael to be so concerned about the optics of voting out people due to race, he sure drafted a team to guarantee a black person went home. So I
Mm-hmm.
see you, Michael. I see you. Because he could have easily picked up an Alyssa, an a Turner, a Kyle, so he wouldn't have, because we know Brittany not going on the block.
Right. And that's it. When we was talking about it earlier, that's the first thing I noticed about his team. I said, Michael damn sure got all the black people and his best friend.
I
So
need
he's
for the
definitely going to
people
send a
of
black person.
color along with Turner. It really ain't nothing we can do over in Terrence's house. Like Turner or Joseph going home over there in Terrence's house. But inside the house, Taylor needs to win this HOH and she needs to pull Monty down. That way, they could both either vote out Brittany or they could both vote out Jasmine, but they control the votes.
Okay, let's talk about that half. Let's talk because that seems to be the more interesting half. To be honest, both of these halves are fire hot. So, but let's talk about it. If Taylor has to beat Michael, she has to beat Monty in a competition. She has to beat both of those men in a competition. She can, and we hope she does. But what are the probabilities that she will actually use it?
I think the probability is low because the what do they call it? The mist is
Mm-hmm.
stronger inside the house because Jasmine's on the block. And they right now they trust Michael, they trust Brittany, and they trust the fact that okay, Jasmine's going home, easy week inside the house, we chilling. I don't even think Taylor and Monty himself know the importance of this is like Final Five. Win everything. I don't give a damn who you trust. Win everything and have the control. I don't think they are savvy enough to know that.
And
I
we
don't
had
think
a conversation last week. Taylor, does not have that third eye. Taylor does not have that sixth sense to pick up when someone's lying or someone don't like her. She's very not even missed in a mist. She's completely Stevie Wonder to the concept of emotional exchange. She's very gullible. If Brittany and Michael really convince her that she's with them, I believe they can convince her to keep the noms the same. And they'll remind her, you have a vote, so it's okay. You get to vote.
I don't even think they would try. I think they would try to the extent of making sure Jasmine didn't win. But as long as Jasmine isn't in the run of winning, I don't think Monty or Taylor would care enough to win it for themselves. I think the wool will be I think they will be exposed once they see Monty and Joseph talking to Julie on Thursday. And then I don't know where the house goes from there.
Oh my gosh. If Monty and Joseph go home, let's look at it. Let's think about it.
I can see if the nominations stay the same all week. I can see Brittany voting for Monty to go. Taylor votes for Jasmine to go. And then Michael is bold enough to break the tie. And like Monty, you're a strong competitor. You gotta go. Who really wants to evict the ankle? Really?
And I bet you, even still, even if he did stand up and do that and got rid of Monty in front of their face, he still wouldn't be a threat to them.
I don't think they will see the threat until the houses merge again and Taylor sees Joseph is gone too. She's going to be like, oh, I'm going home next.
but
Okay.
but see, to me, you're giving her more credit than I would, because I feel like once she's, first of all, it should ding dong ditch her in the head, um, for the simple fact that she needs to win this veto. That's first part. Second part is when if Monty goes home, that should set off a red flag. That should, when I tell you it should
Well,
burn her
Joseph,
panties, it should
mm-hmm,
burn her in the panties if
yes,
Monty goes home.
it
Second
should.
part, if Joseph goes home, if all three of those things happen, and she is still like, guys, I'm confused. What happened? And she gets closer to Brittany and Michael, which is what I see her doing. I see her saying, "You guys, I need people. Let me get closer to the people that are screwing me over."
But Charles, if Monty and Joseph go Thursday, where else can Taylor go? Kyle and Alyssa aren't picking her up. Jasmine hates her. Terrence hates her. She doesn't have a choice but to stick with Michael and
But
Brittany.
there's no stick with Michael and Brittany. Michael and Brittany don't like her any more than Kyle and
So Taylor goes home
Alyssa.
next week if she doesn't
So
win HOH.
Tyler will Taylor. Honestly, if that happens, Taylor's closest ally would be Jasmine.
And how close is that?
Jasmine and Turner are the two people that she will only have for the rest of the game.
She will only have Turner.
No, I think, no, I'm saying, but out of everybody, she would have, because Jasmine trusts her. Right at this moment, Jasmine has some type of something for her now. And Turner, those two people would be her only bet, only option.
I want to get to the comments, but now that you said that, what if Michael's mist is so strong that he convinces Taylor to vote out Monty with Brittany because Taylor is all no black women. I don't want to vote out no black women. You think he could pull that game on her? Reverse psychology?
I don't think so. I don't think he can convince her to actually vote for Monty. But I think once he stands up, breaks the tie, and sends Monty home, for me, and I don't like him. For me, he deserves to win this game. He deserves to win this season if he pulls that move.
To me, I don't care what Michael does in this game. He has to win out. If he doesn't win damn near every veto, he needs to be on the block. But I
But
don't
to be
think
honest, it's about to be a anti-cookout movement in the house. Literally, it's going to be Taylor, Jasmine, Turner, and Terrence on the outside, and then you're going to have the showmance, Brittany and Michael on the other side. It's going to be, but the people on the outside are not going to all be working together. Terrence is going to think he's working with the anti-cookout, but they actually going to keep him. He going to be the last one. They going to keep him to be the last person of color in the house.
he's going to be sitting at final two. But let's read this comment because this is another scenario we could think about. The only save I see for Joseph and Turner is if Joseph wins veto, the replacement nom is Kyle. There's a tie vote, and Terrence keeps Turner since that's his homeboy, allegedly.
Again, like you said, we have to see what Kyle has been saying to Terrence,
We do.
because if Kyle and Alyssa have both promised Terrence like safety for weeks or whatever, that's all he's gonna go off of. Turner ain't promised him nothing that we ain't seen.
I have I don't understand. If Turner is so called your homeboy, why would you put your ally on the block? So I don't know how I feel about that scenario. We, like you said, we got to see Sunday night. I really want to see what game Kyle put down because Kyle sounds like an idiot to me. Why did they even tell Kyle Alyssa would be the replacement? Oh yeah, they would have said Monty, then switched it up. I
I
don't
said
think
the same
Kyle would have
thing. I said the
fell
same
for that.
thing. Taylor, Taylor is the just the simple fact that because she could have got Alyssa out when she had that inclination in her mind that ooh bitch, I'm gonna get the last laugh. She should have kept her mouth closed when she went inside, but she went up in the HOH room and told
Told
everybody in the
everybody.
alliance, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I want to go after Alyssa. Put Alyssa up." She shouldn't have done that. She could
Mm-mm.
have still told, um, what's his name, Kyle, to use the veto. Who was on the block? I don't even remember.
Right now or last week? Last week,
Last week,
Terrence and Indy were on the block. She wanted Indy to come down, and they were going to say, "Oh, Monty was going on the block," but they were really going to put Alyssa on the block.
she could have told Kyle, not them, because she shouldn't have told them shit. She should have told them that she could have told Kyle, Indy and Alyssa are really close. We need to keep Indy for numbers. So take Indy down and I'll put Jasmine beside Terrence and we'll just vote between the two. And that's what I would have done. And I think, honestly, I think Kyle would have used the veto because that would have been telling Kyle how this would benefit his game. Keeping Indy safe, his showmance is number one. That is good for Kyle's game. So if Taylor had any peanuts between her ears, she could have used that to further her initiative to actually get Alyssa.
See, I
God
ain't the only one
damn
that mess up all the names. Too many names.
Alyssa on the block. Because when I get on Survivor, y'all gonna see how the fuck I be telling people to play. But yeah, they should have pulled Indy down, and that would have gave Taylor favor. Indy would have been indebted to Taylor. She would have been like, "Oh, I love honest people. You told me you weren't gonna vote me out." That would have worked really good for Taylor. Take her down. Actually, put Alyssa up there. Shock the fuck out of Kyle, and then we would have to get the vote.
Oh, I had the tweet, but oh, here it is. They said Indy Taylor put two of her dresses in Indy's luggage, and Indy noticed it at the hotel, and they were like, "That's how you get a jury vote." Like I said, Taylor is so nice and so kind. I think that's going to be the detriment of her game because I wouldn't have gave Indy shit, but that's just Angie.
Because I think she did do, even though I hate how her week went, I think she did do the right thing by trying to smooth over with the girls. Because if she would have sent all them girls over there in that jury house, that would have automatically lost her 3 votes. And every vote matters. Ask Paul. And
Do you know what I learned about myself last night, staying up to one something in the morning with Tiffany?
what?
I am a very emotional player.
Very. I
I
agree.
play with my emotions. If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. Once I'm turned off from you, I don't see the strategy in trying to turn myself back on. I personally thought,
I saw
okay,
that week one. Week one, you week one, you burnt everybody to hell when they was being mean to Taylor. So I saw that. I've known that.
I'm a very emotional person, and I feel like yes, Taylor could have smoothed everything over with the girls, but she did too much talking. Okay, you don't want to put Jasmine on the block. Fine, it's your HOH. But don't tell everybody I'm not putting a black woman on the block and I'm not putting Alyssa on the block because I want to try to be a girl's girl again. Like, no, just put up your nominations and that's it. I'm
Mhm.
also it's my HOH. I do whatever the hell I want. I don't understand the whole point of an alliance coming to a consensus on an HOH. As long as I'm not putting you up and I'm not playing with you as a pawn, you shouldn't care what I'm doing as a HOH because I should want to do what's best for me. As long as I'm protecting the alliance, I should make what the best move for me. So I'm not mad at Taylor's nominations. Well, I am mad because I would have put Jasmine up, but I'm mad that she told everybody her reasoning, her true reasoning why. She could have lied.
Yeah. To be honest, her saying that really rubbed Michael and Brittany the wrong. It not just rubbed, it pushed Michael and Brittany all the way away from her because they're thinking if it comes down to her, Jasmine, and us, you're gonna keep Jasmine because she's black. And if I
Mm.
was a white person, I wouldn't say it out loud, but I probably would think it too. I just didn't like how the episode Kyle tried to make protecting Alyssa his reason for forming the all white alliance. Um, that was interesting.
What you think about this comment, Charles? They say Michael is performative like Andy and BB15.
Oh, Michael is very baby. Go back to how many reviews we done. I've called out Michael's performative activism since the production came in the house and told everybody to stop bullying
Right.
because he was the first one to jump into confessionals trying to act like he'd been defending Taylor this whole time. He was the first to do that, and he ain't done shit to really help her out, and he's not going to. But it's easy for them because y'all have to remember they do these competitions, they do all these things, and then they record their confessionals afterwards,
Afterwards, yeah.
so they can have that um, revisionist history with what happened. You know, you can lose a competition and then go in your confessionals and be like, "Oh, I was gonna throw it all along, bitch." You know, when you trip and you just lost it.
Mm-hmm.
Michael has been performed. Michael is probably to me, him and Jasmine, neck to neck. But when I say the fakest person in the house, I think nothing about what Michael says in his confessionals is true. I don't believe shit Michael says because Michael is not only playing to the people in the house. Michael is playing Big Brother to America.
Mm-hmm.
Michael wants to be the favorite player. Michael has watched this show. Michael knows what it's like to cancel people. So
Michael is a super fan. He knows, and you
and
can tell.
you see, they used his goodbye message last, so he can use somebody else's tactic of telling the whole game, so he can be set up to win. Everything Michael's doing is performative, so y'all can't believe Michael with this whole, "Oh yeah, I really like her, but I need to." No, he doesn't. He don't
I
give a shit
see through
about
Michael.
it.
I seen through Michael. Definitely last night. I saw through Michael, but somebody needs to take the shot, and I feel like sooner than later, really by next week, because once we get the numbers down, all of it is memory comps, and I feel like that's Michael's wheelhouse.
Yeah, but who's even okay? This is what I think is gonna happen. I think Monty will win the veto. And I think on the other side, I think Joseph will win the veto.
Hmm.
So I know we've been talking danger, danger, but I don't think they will be the ones going home. I think Taylor will be going home because I think Monty is going to take himself off the block. And I think Taylor's going to be the replacement, which will result in Taylor going home.
You think Michael stands up and votes Taylor out over Jasmine for a tie vote?
Yeah, and it's gonna just prove to everybody that black woman shit. Well, then he can say, "Well, they're both black women." Oh my God, America! I didn't know what to do.
But he's supposed to, like, right here, he's supposed to have a final three with Taylor. You're telling me
They cut that shit off already. They didn't show it on the show, but they cut that shit off already.
I think people look at Michael a lot differently if he stands up and evicts Taylor over Jasmine.
He's
Because it's
gonna
gonna
say,
be
I
a
don't see.
vote.
He'll be like, "You're so beautiful, and you're so good at these competitions, and I'm really trying to win this game. I'm so sorry, Taylor, but I gotta evict you." That's what he's gonna give. I know how these liberal white gays work. On the
Who do
other
you
side,
think
I
takes
see
the shot at Michael then?
takes a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Monty and Joseph are the only two people that would ever take a shot at Michael.
Not
Kyle
Taylor?
Kyle sees him as a white ally, so he needs him for his all white alliance.
What about Turner? Do you think Turner takes a shot at Michael?
I don't see Turner becoming HOH until maybe the final six, final five.
Turner needs to start playing the game. I honestly think Turner is throwing a lot of competitions.
I think so too, but I think Turner is probably good, but he's just getting the bad end of the stick because he had to go up against Monty, and it was like, dang. So he got out first round.
I agree with this comment from Miguel. I don't think he gets rid of Taylor. I think he keeps Taylor so Taylor can take a shot at Kyle and Alyssa, because you can't go to the end with Kyle and Alyssa. You I don't know why anyone wants to entertain an alliance with the showmans. They're
But
too
what
many
I
votes.
want y'all to answer this question honestly, Miguel and Angie, and the chat. What is the benefit of keeping Taylor over Jasmine? Like, genuinely, what's Michael's benefit? What's going to benefit him for keeping Taylor over Jasmine?
As of right now, while the competition is still a little physical, there is no benefit, because when it comes to physical competitions, Jasmine isn't going to perform. But it's getting ready to be light bright. It's getting ready to be true or false. It's getting ready to be stay up all night and look at this memory board and A, B, C, or D. It's getting ready to be memory things, intelligent competitions. And I don't think Jasmine is dumb. I don't like her, but I don't think she's dumb. I think she's playing dumb on TV.
So,
Jasmine can
so you
she can
think
win
puzzle
some of these
she's better than
competitions.
Taylor?
Jasmine is a threat for the end game because I think Jasmine can win some of these competitions at the end. So just because I call her the ankle, in a minute that ankle isn't going to matter.
Well, with the final HOH, the first part is always
Right. And Taylor is a number for Michael. If he evicts Taylor over Jasmine, Monty is coming full steam ahead. If Joseph somehow survives outside, Joseph is coming full steam ahead at Michael. I think they'll be more mad at Michael than Kyle if Michael votes out Taylor.
what they saying in the comments. I want to know. Let's catch up with the
Let me see.
catch up with the comments.
They say Taylor isn't going home. Jasmine has had a conversation on wanting to take out Michael and Brittany. I haven't heard that conversation, but Jasmine always talking. I think Michael will keep Taylor. I think so too, but will cut her earlier than final three. I think Michael sends Taylor home on a real final five. Like if we're at the final five for real, not a split house final five. If Michael and them are still there, Taylor goes home then. But
But why would if I don't even see that, because if what y'all say is true, that he really wants to keep her with the three, then there's no point in getting rid of her. Like, then keep her to the very end.
can we talk about that for a second? Because I had notes and I threw them in the trash. But
The
I think I
ankle the
remember
ankle been fake. After
that
after a week and a half, you ain't hurt no more.
your ankle, not a sprained ankle. So
No.
Jasmine is milking it. But my theory is Taylor can't win this game. I feel like the jury is going to be very bitter. The jury is going to consist of people who never liked Taylor in the first place. To me, Taylor is a bigger goat to drag to the end. over Terrence and Jasmine, because at least Terrence and Jasmine have friends in the jury. I don't think Indy, Jasmine,
I don't agree.
Terrence.
I don't agree. You think Jasmine and Terrence could beat Taylor in the final two? That is an absolute fib. You
No,
don't
not
even
in the
believe
final
it.
two. I'm saying like if a Michael, a Monty, like
Yeah,
if
people with games, but I'm saying she ain't the worst. She's I don't you
she's not
saying
the
like
worst, but I'm
Taylor like
saying
will beat lose to
let's
everybody.
say it's Michael, Taylor, and Jasmine in the final three, and Michael wins it. I think he has a better shot of winning it against Taylor than
No,
Jasmine.
no, no.
It's certain people that I feel like will never vote for Taylor. Period.
Yeah, but Taylor has a full arcing storyline for this season.
It doesn't matter. Them
That
people haven't
matters.
voted
That does
day
matter.
one.
In
And
her
these
final
people
speech,
minds, they
in her
haven't been
final speech.
home. They haven't seen Twitter. And these people minds, Taylor is the reason Paloma went home. Taylor, yeah, Monty just apologized, yeah. But a lot of these people don't like her. They're playing in her face, i.e. Kyle. Kyle doesn't give a fuck about Taylor.
Kyle would vote
Michael,
for God if he had no other choice. If if it was between Taylor and Jasmine, he would vote for Taylor. There are people that
Taylor
are
and
vote.
Jasmine, but I'm talking about the Michaels, the
Well, if Michael's sitting, but to me, if Michael is sitting beside anybody, he's gonna win at this point. It
at
might
this point,
if it was him and
him and Brittany,
the
Michael
cl-
against anybody he wins.
the closest would probably be Joseph because Joseph actually has people that would vote for him.
Mm-hmm.
So the biggest competition for Michael in the final two would be Joseph. But if he's sitting beside anybody else, Michael, it don't even no debate because Michael gonna get the votes.
I don't know. I just feel like Taylor doesn't have the numbers to win. I don't
The
see
only people that really hate her, to be honest, is just Terrence.
Jasmine.
Jasmine does not hate her the same way she used to. Jasmine does not dislike her the same way she used to. She does not. That's not true. Not him.
When she stopped this week?
Yeah, literally. Like this past week, she don't dislike her like the way she did anymore. And especially, how did you feel on the episode when after the veto was not used, Taylor said, "I'm gonna go in this pantry and we gonna put on our acting skills." She said, "I'm gonna yell at you. Don't worry. I'm just gonna yell at you." And she screams at him, and the house is confused. Everybody, even the people in their alliance, is confused. How did you feel about that?
You know I'm all on Twitter in the Twitter curve. And Twitter was all not Taylor and Kyle have this huge fight after veto. And so I'm looking at the TV, I'm ready for the drama. And I'm like, Charles, did I miss something? Did I fast forward too much? What's going on? And you was like, oh, it was fake. And I'm like, so I keep watching and I'm like, this is dumb. But the only
That's why
positive
you
thing,
can't believe the fees all the time.
you can't believe the feeds all the time unless you see the video clip. But the only thing that it helped, I believe, is maybe with Indy, because Indy got on the stage with Julie and said she's mad at Kyle because she trusted Kyle and Kyle didn't use the veto. And Indy really believed Taylor was going to put Monty on the block. So
It helped with
it
Indy
helped a little bit.
and it helped with
I
Jasmine
think it helped with Jasmine. So
because
it
we saw
worked.
Jasmine say, "Oh, she's yeah," because he's supposed to be with our alliance. Like it reminded her that Kyle is in her five swatter group, and dang, he should have used it. She's right. I'm telling you,
But if Indy was smart, she would have known. But Taylor isn't in the five swatters. So why would Taylor put up Monty?
but
And
she
she
doesn't.
hangs out with Monty.
But
You
she
all
doesn't know that her and Monty have a thing, though.
y'all not going to sleep watching over Monty, Joseph, and Taylor, make sure they ain't game talking, and you really think Taylor gonna put up Monty? Like, you're
Mind
an
you,
idiot, Indy.
Michael exposed the whole seven. Her mouth dropped open, and then she tried to
Yes.
act like she knew it. She was like, "Oh, I
Yeah.
already knew. I was just
And she
ignoring."
was like, I knew that, Julie. No, you
No,
didn't,
you
girl.
didn't. You
No,
did
you
not.
didn't. I would like to see Brittany, Michael, and Taylor make it to the final three. And then I would like for Taylor, if Taylor could win that final HOH, that would be huge for her resume too.
I agree with Dr. Ivy. I think if those three are in the final, Brittany will cut Michael. Brittany is playing the
Brittany
game.
is smart,
Brittany, she might not win no comps, but Brittany is
but
up.
she's smart. Yeah.
Listen to her confessionals. Brittany knows what she's talking about, and she knows what show she's on.
Mm-hmm.
So don't sleep
Brittany
on
is
Brittany.
the one with the Big Brother Bible, correct? Like Brittany and Michael both have like 30, 40
Yeah.
page documents.
Yeah, they both of them. Yeah.
So Brittany is another one who is not good at these physical comps, but she could turn it up for the end game when it comes to rememorizing days.
As long as she don't need to use her glasses, because she, I guess, can't see.
You're right, because I was like, what? Yeah, she can't see. I couldn't see either. Michael will win the whole thing. It's not guaranteed. It's a lot of game left to play. It's only halfway through.
I'm still convinced that Michael is not going to win. I don't think Michael's going to get to the final two. In my soul, I believe that Michael's not making it to the final two.
Charles, a part of me agrees with you because I feel like a lot of people are throwing competitions, i.e. Monty, Joseph, Turner. I feel like once we now at the halfway point, nobody's throwing anything anymore. So I think Michael might have won a lot because people were throwing it to him. They ain't care.
Yeah, and the best thing for his game would be for Monty, and if Monty and Joseph leave, cut Michael the check. You might as well just go ahead and give him the check, because those are the two people that would actually target him.
Maybe Turner.
Maybe. But I think Turner is more focused on the showmance. I think Turner would see Kyle and Alyssa and go after them.
And Turner hates Jasmine.
She would be the back door.
The best part of Jasmine's birthday was watching Turner's face, because I was, bitch, you can't make me say two nice things about you.
He was
breaking like a girl from Bell Collective. I pass. I plead the fifth. Go ahead and go to somebody else. And girl, how are you so delusional? Everybody was sitting up there thinking like, you're an inspiration.
She like literally Jasmine said, say two things you like about me. Say two things you love about me. She's gonna be so embarrassed when she gets out this house, because the way they've been editing her like the bozo clown.
And she been playing into it. Julie, what did she say Julie looked like this week? I done forgot. You look like fajitas. I miss my cow and my chickens.
Yeah, I was like something about some food. She said something about
and then roasted her because like, girl, you don't miss your husband? You miss a cow, but you don't miss your husband?
My farm. It's like, this so fake and so put on. Like, girl, you can stop.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Inga want Monty to go home.
Oh no, definitely not.
Go home.
If we want to see some true, like, because I don't even think Kyle will go after Michael. Like, I feel like that his role would be so clear if Monty and Joseph go home.
If Monty
and that would make it such
go home, the game would be a lot easier for Kyle and Alyssa.
It'll be so boring.
I agree. Matter of fact, if Monty and Joseph go home, I might not be watching the shit. I might tune in for Taylor, but I don't want to see the all-white alliance because I know what it is. And I know what it was meant to do.
And what they're going to do is just pick off those 4 other people.
Oh, yes. Turner, his facial expressions were priceless. What did you think about these punishments? That's another thing. Charles, I got to rethink Big Brother. Because one thing you don't play with is my sleep. You get cussed out talking about, can you come play the drums with me at 3:00 in the morning? Angie is aggressive. Angie is loud. She's going on the block.
They would give you another punishment because you're not getting up.
I'm not, especially if I was like Terrence. I would play sleep like I do it. Don't tell nobody. I do it to my husband all the time when he be asking me stuff in the morning and I don't feel like, because he'll be like, you got half of this. And I'll be playing sleep like I don't hear him, but I really be woke. That would be me in the Big Brother house. I don't hear nothing about these tattoos. I'm asleep.
I think they have very clear rules because, as you can tell, in the bathroom area, the lights never cut off. So they have it to where, what's his name? Terrence. Terrence had to get out of the bed and go all the way to the bathroom every time.
Yeah, because he
Because,
likes to wet the tattoos and pat them and
but yeah, but he could have did that at his bedside. He could have took some
yeah,
water and
he had a
at the
glass of
bed.
water at his
But
bed.
I think the rules told him he had to walk all the way to the bathroom and do it so the cameras can catch it. Because the lights in the bathroom never go out.
But I think he at least had to go to DR first to get the tattoo and come
No,
back.
I think they gave him a whole because he came out. He had like a whole Ziploc bag of them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Please, I'll be like Jasmine. It's my birthday. Don't give me no punishments. Mm-mm.
Somebody on once this season's over, somebody on YouTube is going to put all them clips together of her saying them little country something like a dirt road, something like a chicken, and something like they gonna put all that together, and she gonna look so goofy, so goofy.
Did you hear Jasmine tried to ask Michael not to put her on the block because it's still her birthday week? I wish Jasmine would have been outside and outside on the block. I would have loved to see her hop around on that ankle in the dirt and sleeping on a cot. At least you inside the house, Jasmine.
What's that mental disorder? What's that mental disorder where you actually either you actually convince yourself you're injured or you try to injure your child just so
Oh,
um
is it hypochondriac?
I don't know. But I think Jasmine might be one of them. Because I feel like even after she's eliminated, I feel like she's still gonna limp out to Julie, knowing that her ankle is not hurt. The game is over. If you're using it for strategy, it's no more purpose. She gonna still be limping outside the
She
game,
gonna be on finale night with her cane.
limping. Like I feel like she genuinely has convinced herself that she is hurting. I think she likes the attention. It's giving her attention. They bringing her ice and bringing her things, and
It couldn't have been me. I'm telling you. That's why I'm probably gonna go home first or second. First or second, because I don't have that kind of energy with people. And I already had to apologize at work this week because I was like, we're getting ready to come into year end, and I don't intend to be bitchy, but I just don't have time. I'm very short with people during year end because I'm so busy. So I don't have that kind of I just maybe
yeah. And I was talking to my mom about that. I was like, the things that Turner is saying in his confessionals, I would have been saying out loud. So they would have been, they would have been like, "Dang, Charles, why are you so mean?" Like, because I would have been telling her like, "Girl, ain't nothing wrong with your foot." I'd have been like, "Girl, let's get up, let's walk around, let's walk in the backyard, let's." And she would have been mad at me because I would have been making her put pressure on her foot.
I would have stepped on her foot a long time on an accident though, a fake accident. Charles, I'm mean. I don't mean to be, but even if I would have tried to be on my best behavior, it's hard to control your face. And I get
Mm-hmm.
that at work all the time because if you come to me crazy, I might look at you crazy and I'm not trying to, like I'm very professional, but you can't control your face. Like at Jasmine's birthday, the eyes would have been rolling. I would have been looking at her crazy.
I wouldn't even been sitting in that living room no more.
Especially if I don't like you, what I'm at your birthday party for?
I probably would have went over there for the whole because there are definitely segments where Big Brother gets on the mic and say everybody to the living room or everybody to this part of the house. I think they all were forced to come to the living room. So after we clap and say yay for the camera,
That's it.
I would have got my happy ass up, made a sandwich. When
And did you see that? Oh, you're not on Twitter, but did you see the cake that Indy made for her? It looked
Mm-mm.
disgusting. Disgusting. But
No,
Charles, what happens if you refuse to do a punishment?
you actually will get a worse punishment, i.e., Paulie. If you if you don't do your punishment and you're on the block, they will give you a vote. It'll be a punish like an automatic vote towards you going home.
Mm, if you got a strong alliance, it might be worth the risk. Because wasn't Polly the one eating cookies while he was on slop? Like
Yeah,
he
yeah.
had
He
the
broke
cookies
he
in
broke the rules, so they automatically whatever. Yeah. And both of the people with the punishments are on the block, so they would have had another vote. But
What did you think about Indy? Her 2 minute rant on the way out the door.
that was annoying. We was like, but because this episode had so much filler, I'm sure they had plenty of space. They was just letting her talk and ramble. Because I was waiting on Julie to be like, bring your ass off. Period. Get your ass off the stage.
I was waiting for the Colin chime in. Indy to the stage, please. Indy, come on to the stage. That's enough.
Yeah, I was waiting for that too, but I was like, oh, they still got like 45 minutes left. They got plenty of extra filler time. So
I'm gonna tell you right now, before you start to tweeting this Thursday, I'm waiting a whole hour before I turn the episode on because I need enough fast forward space. I ran out of fast forward space. That's how long the episode was. I couldn't even fast forward anymore. So I'm gonna wait. Don't spoil it, Charles. I'm gonna wait a good hour, then turn Big
I don't
Bro.
be spoiling it. You be saying I spoil it. I don't be spoiling
You don't spoil it because I've learned to watch it at the same time.
it. I don't say no names. I don't ever give you no names that do. But I be like, girl, so and so stupid. I be talking shit about Taylor every episode. I be like, Taylor's so dumb. Like she do every
I'm happy you're not on Twitter, Charles. They will eat you up.
every episode. Taylor do some dumb shit. Every episode, some dumb shit. I don't know how y'all love her so much.
And I
Y'all,
think you
y'all are
can love
delusional.
people and not agree with their strategy.
Y'all are
I
delusional.
really do like
Y'all love her. Y'all love her because she was bullied. If this was a regular season and Taylor was treated like a normal person and she was amongst other black people, y'all don't give a fuck about Taylor.
I would. I like the fashion. I
Y'all,
like the makeup, the outfits.
y'all came together in opposition to oppression. I understand it. You know, it works sometimes. But
No,
I don't think she's
I
not a
like
standout.
Taylor. You know that's not true, Charles,
It is
because we did
true.
a fantasy draft and Taylor was my first pick.
It's true
I like
because
Taylor
Taylor
from
is
the
nothing
pregame.
but she's nothing but a non-African Azza. She's the same chick. It's
That's
nothing different.
true, Charles. I can't speak for everybody else.
They are both
I
black
like
beauty
Taylor
queens
from the
that suck.
pregame interviews. She was my first fantasy pick. She
Oh,
was
that
the
is true.
first pick overall because I had the first pick. So I like Taylor day one.
But you would have picked Azza too. You liked
No, I
Azza.
wouldn't have picked Oz.
Before season started, you did like Azza. You
I
did.
did. I can't remember. I can't remember.
They are the same character. They with casting, they fit the same character type that they were going for. Oh, we want Bailey too. We want a black beauty queen that is, that's pretty and she can possibly get in a showmance. That is the slot she filled.
Lisa likes Taylor, but Inga is with you.
But it's not even about, it's nothing personal. I don't dislike her. I think that with emotional intelligence and understanding social dynamics, it is understandable that people came together against oppression. She was being bullied, so people flocked to her and supporting her. But if she was amongst other people and she was not being bullied, she's a regular degular as nobody that people really wouldn't care about.
Well, I can't speak for everybody else. I like Taylor day one. Um, and I still would have liked her now. I like how she carries herself. But I do agree, I don't like her strategy. This week was hard to watch her being an HOH. I didn't agree with a lot of her strategy. And I feel like Taylor is auditioning for other TV shows
Yeah, whipping her hair
with
in
her
the
antics. Like, I want to yell at you and be fake. I'm fake yell at you. And I want to put Joseph on the block so I could be distraught and happy when he's safe. And I'm just like, girl, this ain't Young and the Restless. This Big Brother.
Did you see her when they showed her and um Joseph sleeping together, and she got up
And
on
was
her,
twerking.
and no, she was like whipping her hair and like playing with the pillow and doing all this stuff, like in the dark, mind you. She knows the camera's
She
on.
knows
She's
the
putting
cameras are there.
on. Yeah, she wants to be on Love Island, I guess, next.
This is not Love Island. This is what Kyle and Alyssa want to be on. And don't, Charles, put your camera on the blank. CBS, don't bring damn Kyle and Alyssa. Wait, what's the child name? It's Alyssa. Don't bring their asses on the challenge and they have some kind of love affair in the challenge house like Cinco and Cachet. Don't bring their asses over there. Because I'm not watching. And while we talking about Love Island, don't bring Sydney and Isaiah on the shit neither. Because all I can tell you right now, season 2, those 4 people will automatically be on my fast forward list. Okay, you can come back, Charles. Do not bring them over there, CBS. She does have the Lays on lock. Lays is already shouting her out on Twitter.
Look, she gonna already have a sponsorship. That's good for her.
One thing about Taylor, I'm gonna say this: win or lose this game, Taylor is set to make money once she gets out the house.
Oh, absolutely. And she has the pageant experience to capitalize off of it. I love that for her. Anytime a black person is winning and they are not like a toxic person, they're not like a homophobe, a anti-black person, or one of them. I love, get your money, baby. Please, by all means. I want to see her. She'll probably be the only person that I think
this
would actually be
season,
brought back for the challenge or something like that.
yes,
Because she's being highlighted so much and she's well received. I could see her. And if Michael, well, I don't think Michael will be on the challenge, but if Michael doesn't win this season, I see Michael coming back on Big Brother.
who do you think they should bring to the challenge from this season if they do a season 2?
Taylor's the only person.
The only?
Unless her and Joseph get into a showmance. If her and Taylor, if her and Joseph, what's up with these names today? If her and Joseph actually get together, even outside the house, kind of like a BB Ken's, what is that black girl name?
I don't know because I don't watch BB Can.
Y'all know who I'm talking about. BB Ken, the black lady that her and Davon got into it recently. What's her name? Inca. Is it Inca?
Oh, Ika
Wong. Ika Wong. Her and her man really got together on the show, but more so after the show. If that's what happens with Taylor and Joseph, I could see them two coming back as a pair on the challenge, which I would love to, because I actually want to see more of Joseph. To me, Joseph is. I really do like Joseph. I want him to do well. Yeah.
Do you think they give Monty a spot on the challenge?
No, Monty is forgettable. Monty is not special to me.
I don't like him either, so
it's not about liking him. It's not about liking him. I just think I don't think there's nothing special about Monty.
I agree with Stormy right here. I think Taylor is used to people telling her she's doing things to people. She needs to apologize. She doesn't know everything that's going on in the house. And so I do think that people pleasing is affecting her strategy. I agree with that.
I think she is a people pleaser. I completely agree with that. Yeah.
She's already the winner of the game. Pretty much. She has America's favorite player on lock.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I don't think she'll win America's favorite.
You don't think she has America's favorite on lock?
You know how many conservative white people watch the show?
Yeah, let's get the votes. Forget them votes. Because let me tell you, I'm gonna be,
Who Twitter loves, and who America loves is not going. It does not always mean it's going to be the same.
I don't believe in those votes. Y'all could vote all y'all want to. Production is giving America's favorite to who they want to give it to.
If Michael don't win, it's going to go to Michael. Michael's going to win America's favorite if he don't win the game.
I don't know. I think Taylor has America's favorite on lock.
I don't think so. I think, especially watching people like, I watch Tiffany review, um, and sometimes I watch Derek and Cody,
No, I'm
because
watching.
it's on the same channel. But people really love Michael. When I tell you Michael is everybody's GOAT, everybody is really loving Michael. And I think with these funny segments about Jasmine, I think Turner is even going to pass Taylor in fan favorite votes.
No.
People are loving Turner, thinking he's funny.
We think he's funny because he reads Jasmine, but that ain't enough to get a vote. Now, mind you, I don't vote, so I ain't about to get in the middle of that. I ain't got time to download whatever app we got to download and hit vote 100 million times. I ain't doing it. So I'm gonna wish Taylor the best. I know y'all gonna be like, "Well, bitch, you should vote," but no, I don't. I never vote for America's favorite anything. Whenever they got voting, I don't participate. I just talk about it on Twitter. But there is a US and Canada. I think there's a lot of social medias behind. Oh, Canada can vote too. A lot of people are behind Taylor.
Again, Twitter is not America.
Twitter is not the casual audience. I will agree.
There are a lot of 50, 60-year-old white people in the middle of America that watch this show, and they are not on Twitter. So don't think your little chamber on Twitter is what really America thinks, because that's not true.
I agree. The casuals are watching a completely different show. They don't even know what's going on with the live feed.
And some of them, because they are this color, they don't even see that it was bullying, and they don't think it was bullying.
No, a lot of people really think Taylor did something to Paloma.
Mm-hmm. And they also probably really love Kyle. I see Kyle could probably these kind of people that watch it, not mind you, not everybody, but this whole love story, they love showmances. Oh my God.
You saw Kyle talking to the camera saying, "We are America's couple. America loves couples like this."
Yes, and that's true. That is true. If you ever look back on the white couples from Big Brother, they are the ones that get all the big deals after the show. They get to go on all other shows. They go on Amazing Race. They go on Good Morning America. The white couples from Big Brother, they are really propped up. So he's not lying. That's why, to me, Taylor is not even top 3 when it comes to who America really likes.
But let's be honest, Charles, and this ain't got nothing to do with BB24. Mm-hmm. Do you think America really voted for Davon to be the favorite player of that All-Star season, or do you think production gave that to her?
I think production gave it to Davon.
That's my point. Production gives it to who they want to give it to, and I feel like Taylor is the favorite, and they're going to give it to her. Damn, who America vote for? Taylor's gonna. She has that on lock.
But that's a wild assumption, baby, because that just happened. That don't mean it's gonna always happen that way. We've had several other seasons where that damn sure wasn't the case. We didn't get a black America's favorite until Davon.
True.
And we've never had a black woman win this game.
True. I hope Taylor can do it, but she got a long road. I hate showmances as well, Inga. If I ever play Big Brother, the showmance is going on the block.
Oh, exactly.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry. And what's the new word you taught me today, Charles? Purr.
Purr.
That's on purr.
That's on purr.
They're on the block. The moment Turner went around the house and told everybody they had sex, Taylor should have put. Well, I guess she couldn't put them on the block because they had sex after nominations. But
All right, y'all. It's been an hour and a half. We didn't
oh,
got
I
it.
didn't even realize. See, this is why I talk too much. I talk way too much. But y'all like listening because y'all sitting here for an hour and a half and not even realizing we just running our mouths. But okay, I agree, Charles. Let's shut it down because we starting to talk about everything but what just happened. Let me go through my usuals. Go ahead and like this video if you haven't already liked it. Go ahead and hit subscribe to Kiss My Cheeks TV. I'm here every Friday night. We go over all the competition shows. Survivor will be back in a month. In another
September.
month, we'll have Survivor. Charles, are you willing to talk about Survivor or Survivor really mums the lips into 45?
To be honest, I'm not supposed to be talking about this right. I'm definitely not getting up here talking about Survivor because let's put it in the air. I ain't signed no papers, so CBS or nobody don't say, oh, he's eliminated because he talking about it. I have not been cast yet, but my hope is to be on 45. And I don't want people to YouTube Charles Warren Survivor and then
Mm-hmm.
they see all me talking shit about everybody.
Especially with me. They're going to be like, you over there with Kiss My Cheeks TV. All she do is
Well, I already told you you're getting the exclusive when I come out anyway.
thank you for that. So Charles will not be here for Survivor. When Survivor starts, it will just be me. But I am going to try to reach out to other Black content creators, and not necessarily Black, but more content creators, so it could be more of a conversation when we get into Survivor and not just me. Even though I do love to talk. Matter of fact, I'm probably getting ready to get on Twitter Spaces, see what spaces are open tonight. I get it, honest, y'all. I get it from my mom. We are a talking family. But until next Friday, I will see you all later. If you're looking for some good hot topics, join me for the kitchen table talk, which is Sunday at 6 p.m. Central. But if not, I'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.